Bro, hey everybody. Happy Wednesday. We back again. Really just to come share some tips to help you grow in your business. Today, I did ask Coach Willie to jump on with me. So he's going to interact with me throughout this call. And we're going to just talk about a topic that we were already discussing. We've been discussing really all week, just on different ideas, bouncing ideas off. I mean, Coach Willie wakes up early. You can tell he's a coach. He wakes up early. He calls early. He texts early. So, but we've been bouncing ideas and it just hit us that, in this business, you really need to be prepared. You need to be prepared. You need to learn to be prepared to take on the task at hand. And so my question for everybody, like y'all know I love asking questions. So I want you to think about this question while we're sharing these tips and different things like that is, are you prepared in your business? Are you prepared? And some of y'all may say, well, I'm just getting started. Okay, you could still treat it like a business and start getting prepared even from day one. And we're going to talk about some different things throughout this, throughout the call that's going to help you, that we believe that's going to help you be prepared more into your business. But, in everything else in life, you got to be prepared for. Like we all got prepared for school before. We've all got prepared for work before. We've all got prepared for a football game, basketball game, or any kind of athletics. Even successful people are prepared. The Steve Jobs, rest in peace, Steve Jobs, but he was prepared for the good and the bad. The Michael Jordans, the Michael Phelps, the Bill Gates. See, all these people that we know, no matter what profession they're in, they're prepared. So why aren't we prepared just some in our business? Why aren't we taking, 30 minutes or why aren't we taking, 20 minutes a day and, or maybe even an hour on a Saturday or Sunday and getting your week prepared or planning out your week or month, or why are we doing that? And see, those are the type things that we have to start doing more as leaders, because every single one of y'all leaders, y'all may look at me and say, well, Anna's a leader. Well, that's great. Thank you for the compliment. I believe I'm a leader as well. But guess what? When you look in the mirror, you're a leader. You lead somebody. Maybe you lead your household. Maybe you lead at your job, but you are a leader. There's going to be people that come up to you, and that's how this company is going to take off. When we develop more people that want to be leaders. And when you look at yourself and say, hey, I am a leader, I got to figure this out. I want to do more. How can I do more? How can I do my part? And that is how you also take your business to the next level as well. I'm not saying, cut yourself off from the source or cut yourself off from your leader. No. But what would it be like if it was 2 of y'all? Or what would it be like if it was 4 of y'all or 10 of y'all or even 20 of y'all, 20 leaders on your organization? See, now, everybody is a leader, but everybody's not going to take that next step. It's only, to be totally honest, it's only going to be 20%. Now, I'm telling you, everybody can be a leader, but everybody won't be a leader. 20% out of everybody in your organization is going to be a leader. 80% are going to be more customers, more people who just want to kind of plug in, be around the environment. Hey, trust me, I've been doing this 13 years or 12 years, and I know it's just the way it is. You want everybody to win, but everybody don't want to. A lot of people don't even want to win for themselves. So being prepared, taking on that next step. But I found a quote by Benjamin Franklin. He said, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. That quote is powerful because it is true. If you don't learn to prepare yourself, you're setting yourself up to fail, you guys. And I want to see people win, but you got to learn to prepare. And, confidence comes from being prepared. A lot of people say, well, I'm a little nervous. I don't know how to do this. Well, guess what? When you prepare, think about it. You feel good. You feel real good when you know. For instance, ladies, I know, ladies, let me talk to the ladies right now. Ladies, when you know you're about to go to an event and you go and you get in there, you get all dressed up, you put your makeup on if you like makeup, you do your eyelashes, you do your hair. What do? When you get done, when you know you're about to step into that event, how you feel? You feel confident, you feel excited, you feel what? Because what? You did what? You prepared. You prepared. So now what if you would have came in there and just came in there? We all had these days where we don't feel well and we just go to the store and I know I look bad, but your confidence level down, you kind of trying to avoid everybody, go through the aisles. Why? Because you wasn't prepared. But when you prepared on something, your confidence grows. And I'm telling you, that is what you got to have here. You got to get prepared, you guys. And so what we wanted to talk about was the business tools in this business that you should get prepared for, that you should like kind of have in the back of your mind, maybe have it wrote down. I'm not saying that you got to have a big book with you every time that you go out and about, but if you have it in your mind and you write it down a few times, trust me, you'll start getting it like this. It'll just start coming to you. So one of the first things I love sharing with anybody, and I want to share this because I know it's going to come a time and point where you got to do the presentation for somebody else. It's coming. Trust me, it's getting so big now where the leaders that's already up, we're not going to be able to do every presentation anymore. It's going to come a time and point where you have to step in with your team member and you have to do the presentation. So what I always tell people is this. It's 3 questions that I'm always prepared to answer when I'm doing the presentation. And I want you to write these down because these are the 3 questions you should answer in every presentation that you do. Every single presentation that you do, these are the 3 questions. Question number 1 is this person, like, so if Melissa introduced me to somebody and she wants me to share with them, that person doesn't know me. So the first question that you have to answer is, who are you? That person on the other end of the phone, or the other end of the Zoom is asking, who is this person? Who are they? Like, why should I even listen to them? What is it? Question number 2 is, what do you have? What do you have? How many times we got somebody solicited on our door and they knock on our door and they say, hey, my name is John and I'm here to try to, I'm here, I'm with Otis and I'm trying to sell this lawn care thing that's going to keep all the bugs. So we got to know what they have. So that's one of the questions that somebody's asking in their head, like, what do they have? And then the third one is probably the most important is, why should I care? Is the question that they are asking themselves. So why should I care? Those are the 3 questions that they're asking themselves. Who are you? What do you have? And why should you care? So throughout your presentation, you need to do your very best to answer those 3 questions. So really question number 1 actually is with business tool tip number 1. And that's coming with your story. That's how they're going to find out who you are, is your story. So me and Coach Willie was talking about this morning. This is where I'm going to ask him to jump on in, and because we wanted to talk about the story. And if we don't get to the rest of the tips, trust me, we'll finish it next week. But the story, your story is impactful. And guess what? I don't care if you got started today, you have a story. I don't want to hear nobody say, well, I'm just getting started, I don't have a story. You do have a story. You want to know why I say you do have a story? Because guess what? You did something before this business. For instance, I know Melissa's on here and I know she was a corrections officer and I know her story. So if I want you to get good at telling your story, and your story needs to be no more than 2, maybe 2.5 minutes, you guys. And sometimes you may have to practice. It's all right to practice, but you want to get good at sharing your story in 2 to 3 minutes max, period. Your story could be a small conversation where you can share your story. So I don't care what it is that you did before, but you need to share that. Hey, my name is Anthony Moreland. You got to also tell them where you're from. Like, don't always expect somebody knows where you're from. But this is how I am when I'm talking with people's prospects and people I meet. Hey, I'm Anthony Moreland. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I got started in this business. See, I always take them back where I was when I got started. It's okay if you just got started. If you just got started, it's going to change up just a little bit, and I'll share that. But I got started when I was in college. I had 2 part-time jobs. I was a double major, and I ran track at Louisiana Tech University. I told them where I was. Then I tell them what I didn't like about that situation. It wasn't the college, and it wasn't track. I love that part. But it was those 2 part-time jobs where I didn't have time to spend with my family and friends when I wanted to. So I let them know, yeah, I was working those 2 part-time jobs and I was tired. I was personally looking for something different. See, you see how you take whatever your situation is. You may be a stay-at-home mom. Well, let them know. Hey, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I homeschool my kids, or I do this, I'm doing this, and you let them know. And you let them also know, maybe you are a correctional officer. I remember talking, Melissa would tell me it was tiring, mentally tiring. Well, let people know. I did this and it was mentally tiring on me. I always wanted to do something different. Then you transition. It's called a pivot. Then you pivot to the next point. Then you pivot on what made this business fit for you. I don't care if you just got started, you guys. It's something in this business that caught your interest to make you say yes. If it was a product, let them know. Well, I had a good friend of mine that reached out to me, and they were interested, and they shared something. They wanted to share with me how I could lose some weight. I sat down and listened to everything, but I also seen the business opportunity. Tell them what caught your interest from the opportunity standpoint too. So you got to learn to share your story. So this is something that you may have to write out and do different things like that. But Coach Willie, I know this was one of your main things. What would you like to share on the story part that we should have being prepared with our stories?
I tell you, well, first of all, thank you, Anthony, for having me on, man. It's exciting, man. You could tell, I'm excited, man. I'm excited about you, brother. I'm excited about seeing you grow too, and being on these type of calls. And man, this is how the buck keeps moving in the right direction. Going back to what you were saying about preparation. So when I played college football, I played for a Hall of Fame coach named Joe Tiller. And when you walked in the door every day, above the door, it said this: the will to win, it's worthless without the will to prepare. Now, I didn't think much of it then, right? I didn't know that 23 years down the road, I'm aging myself right there, but I'm only about 26. But and don't worry about the grade, that's wisdom. And so, that phrase would have such an impact on me when I got to the professionals, and I said, the will to win is worthless without the will to prepare. And so when you're thinking about your story, that's all preparation. I want you to think about your favorite song. I want to think about your favorite musician. Some of you are here probably been listening to music from the 70s, the 80s, the 60s. Has the lyrics of those songs changed? Now, how much money have they made off of those songs? How much? Your favorite movie, has the script changed? The same time every time you watch it, and the same song every time you reach it. The power of your story can propel you to heights that you can't even think of, that you can't even fathom. I'm sure when Marvin Gaye wrote his song, Let's Get It On, he didn't instantly think it was a classic, but he developed the song over probably a period of time, like you developing your story. And Let's Get It On, I can call my 9-year-old in here right here today, and she can sing that song for you. And he's still making money off of it. So that's the power. Think about that. Put that in your brain. And so you got to be able to develop a 30-second story with some kind of elevator pitch. And some don't even worry about elevator pitch. And then that's your 30-second story of how you got into business. Then I like a 37 package story. Hey, when I put more in my body, my shoulders burned every single day. I couldn't sleep very well. But then when I tried this product called More, I ripped it open, drank it. It didn't taste the best, but now I sleep better. I have no inflammation in my body, and my body feels ecstatic. 30 seconds right there. Then your 2-minute story, that's the story that's going to take you to heights never did. Think about this too. I mean, I think, Melissa, your picture, your weight loss journey, there's people selling your story and they're making money off of it. Ernest's picture, his picture. There's people telling Ernest's story and they're making money off of it. But can they tell your story better than you? No. No. How many people will you share your song with, share your story to be able to impact people the way you want it? Because when and you can break it down like this, I'm gonna give you a quick snippet on how to break down your 2-minute story. Where I was, what I saw, what I did, where am I going and why? And you leave it right there. And you want about 20 seconds on where I was, 20 seconds on what I saw, 20 seconds on what I did, and the impact of it. You go on about a minute on this. Where am I going and why? Where am I going and why? And just like your favorite song, you'll look up one day and it's a class, and it's the class. And it may be some young buck share your story. You sit in the audience, they singing your song. And you're like, my goodness, I never knew 10 years ago the power of that story will be earning potential for people around the world. So I hope that helps, Anthony. I hope that's impactful. I hope that helps someone in understanding that they're right now packaging their story, and their story could one day pay them money or reward them in a manner to bring wealth beyond their belief. And I believe that the will to win is worthless without the will to prepare.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Coach Willie. And that was impactful. And we had this conversation earlier this morning. I asked him to jump on and share those tips and also other tips. Anytime he want to jump in, you're more than welcome. But there's so many tools in our business that we need to prepare for. So another thing that you should prepare for is, do you have your smart links handy? Do you have them ready? Or do you have products on hand handy? Like, are they there? Or you have your 5-day trials, you have your Cinderized drops, you have your 5 package of sample mower, a box of mower, whatever product it is, but are you prepared for when somebody says, hey, I would like it? Or are you prepared enough to make the link within the first 5 minutes? Are you see, for me, I am prepared, but I'm so efficient with it. I can go in there and make it in less than 2 minutes. I'm done. It's to them within 5 minutes. See, but I'm prepared to do that. And it only comes with repetition. People say, well, oh, it's just so good at it. I was like, hey, it's just repetition. When you do it over and over and over and over and over and over, it's like brushing your teeth. It's like matching your clothes up. It comes naturally when you learn to do it and you do it over time. I prepare myself. Have you prepared yourself and got acclimated with the partner.co share app? Have you? Well, a lot of people don't even know there's videos on there that teach you a lot of different things right up front. You get paid for those videos too. A lot of people want to go on a Tahiti trip, but guess what? Do you know if you watch those videos at the beginning of the app, right there on the video, do you know that those turn into business rewards that you can use for your Tahiti trip? Just saying, you get paid to watch those videos. You get paid to do that. So watching those videos, knowing where the PDFs are. Which products are you pushing? You pushing Cinderized, Moa, Limu, Noni. Well, there's PDFs on there that you can utilize the tools to send out as a follow-up. I'm real good at, I love getting on the phone, getting on a 3-way call, and then the next day, I'm sending them something that they can take another look at. The next day, I got another video I done found for you. Oh, the next day, let me get you on a 3-way call and let me get you on there with somebody. But play around with it, practice using it. You can practice using that app. Send it to your kid and say, hey, I need to practice with you. Click on this and see if it opens up. Look at it, watch it, practice with your spouse, accountability partner. Find somebody to practice with, but practice. And then you'll get real good at sending those videos, sending those PDFs as follow-ups, and it's absolutely amazing. The next thing you should always have prepared, I'm going to say this all the time because it is a game changer, and that is having a calendar, having a piece of paper with the times wrote out. See, I'm a little older. old school with it, so I don't even have a calendar because it wasn't enough room on there. So I just took a spiral and I just every day I write out my week with the dates and I put the time and I name it because I need more space. Maybe I write too big, maybe, but I need something. But I'm just like that. But then I also put it on my phone too, so I get the notification, get the reminder there. So I have it in two places. So even if I walk away from this physical one, I could be anywhere, whether I'm on a run or I forgot about that call. Let me hurry up and run home, whatever. But having is very, very important. But it also shows that prospect shows your team that you are serious about what? Your business. See, my business is my business, but Melissa has a business, Marlene has a business, Miss Ida has a business, Krista has a business, Coach Willie has a business. Everybody has their own business. So why not put it on your calendar and say, you know what, Todd tells me all the time, if you're part-time in this business, you need to be doing anywhere from 5 to 10 exposures a week. Like that means between you and your team, you need to be sitting down in front of new people 5 to 10 times. Todd and Ashley have earned millions and tens of millions of dollars in this industry. And they gave me that tip and I run with it all the time. I need to personally either be sitting down with somebody or my team needs to be putting me in front of somebody. And if not, that's where I need to have that. But then it also just reminds you of your availability to your team. See, when Melissa calls me and she asks me, or Coach Willie calls me and they ask me, they say, well, Aunt, can you do a Zoom at this? And I'm looking at, I can't do that time. I have this going on already. But it's all right. Even if you have a kid's activity, at least you're showing that person that, he's serious. But I do have this time. Crystal, I seen Crystal, I believe that's her daughter or son. It was a small picture. So, but she had a child in front of her. It's all right if Melissa if she was calling Melissa or Melissa wanted to know more information. Well, right now, my child is up playing, it's very loud. And I normally put her down around 12 o'clock. I have a window between 12 and 1:30. Are you available around that time? It's okay to be real, taking people in your current situation and utilizing that. There's other single moms out there or other moms, stay-at-home moms that do the same thing. So be real with them and just be authentic. So using your calendar and using that. Another thing you want to be prepared for is your list. I have mine here. Mine's in the big red book, but it's my list. And people say, well, I don't have a list. I don't know anybody. Well, okay, one, don't ever say you don't know anybody because there's billions and billions of people in this world. But if you feel you don't know nobody, let me grab your phone, go to your contact list and open it up and start at the letter A. The average person has over 500 contacts in their phone. So what I want you to do is I want you to get you a book, composition book, or spiral. I want you to number 1 through whatever it is or whatever to the bottom of the page. And I want you to start at the letter A. And I want you just to write everybody's name out of your phone into paper. Everybody in there, only reason I don't put them in this book if they already in the business or something like that. If they already in the company, there's no reason for me to write their name down. But if it's somebody that I know from work, family, anything, they go on the list. Now I may narrow that list down to, if you're brand new, let me start with the brand new people. If you're brand new, these are the people I want you to do. If you're brand new on this and you need to be prepared, you want to get started, or you're watching this recording, number one thing I want you to do, 2 things. One, I want you to make a list of 25 people that you love and care about, that you just want on the products. I don't care what product it is. Maybe it's weight loss, skincare. I want you to write 25 people. And I want you to write another list of 25 people. And I want you to write down people with influence, people that had influence on you, your teachers, your coaches, your doctors, your community your community activists, the people that's leading in the community. I want you to write down your go-getters, the people that you know that go to work and then they have a lawnmower business after work, or they go to work and then they doing hair afterwards, or they doing whatever afterwards. Those are your hustlers. I like to call them your hustlers because they're going to do whatever it takes. Pretty much all moms are hustlers. I don't care what it is. Moms always figure it out. I love my mom to death, and guess what? She might have told me no, but in the back of her mind, she did whatever she could to get it for me. Regardless if it was no at that moment, she did whatever, whether it was a pair of shoes, whether I wanted to play sports. My mom worked 2-3 jobs to make sure that we got everything that we had. And so I know moms will do whatever it takes. I love working with moms because moms do whatever it takes. Women do whatever it takes to get what, if they want it, they're going to go get it. Men, we do too. We have a lot of pride and ego sometimes. But that's the truth. So write down your list, and I want you to write it down. Everybody should have a list. And after you write everybody down, I want you to make this commitment to yourself. Every single day, I want you to add at least 2 people to that list. If you never want to run out of people to talk to, add 2 people to your list every day for the rest of your life. And you can meet them at the grocery store. You can meet them at a kid's softball, baseball game, football game. You can meet them. You can meet them online. But just add at least 2 people to your list every day, and watch. You'll never run out of people to talk to. Next thing you know, this list, I'm like, man, I know I was just at 1,500 people. Just added 200 more people. So it doesn't matter who it is, but always keep a list, because when your team isn't putting you in front of nobody, you have something you can work on. Remember, this is a business. You want to always stay productive, income producing activity. The next 2 is have your order forms, whatever, you're getting started sheets, whatever it is that you want, that you believe a new person should have. For me, I believe a new person should have a getting started sheet. Everybody brand new you should sit down with them. You should take 20, 30 minutes when somebody brand new joins with you, because guess what? They took their hard-earned money to join you. So why not help them develop a vision, see the vision for themselves? See, you're the person that's been in. You have the vision already. You've been on these calls. You have it already. So you have to help your friend and your family member develop that as well. And the last one is being prepared by having your Zoom links, your Zoom calls, all this information on your calendar. One, if you had a calendar, it would be on there already. And then having the 3-way person handy. Maybe Crystal needed me to share. She had somebody that was in college and she wanted me to share with them how to work this in college. Well, she already had sent me a text saying, hey, Anthony, I have a friend that I would love to share this with. Are you available for a 3-way call at this time? See, she already reached out, had it available, and you already having those things prepared. I'm going to end off with this. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. So if you want to excel in this business, you got to learn to start being prepared. When you have an in-home party, be prepared. Maybe ask some people who have done an in-home party. What's some of the things that y'all did to make the party better? If you having a Zoom, well, why not get on the Zoom and practice with a few people to make sure you got all the things, making sure your screen share works, making sure you got your co-hosts together, whatever it is. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. You got to learn to be prepared at all. This is a business, you guys. And the one thing I dislike about this business is the low cost. It's the low cost to get started. And the reason why it's a low cost to get started, because some of us we'll play around with $200, $500, $1,000. That's no big money. But when you put tens of thousands of dollars into a business or $1 million into a business, you treat it more like a business. There's nobody calling to wake you up. There's nobody reminding you of a call coming up. You already know what's going on in your business if you put $100,000 or $500,000 or $1 million into it. And see, all I can encourage you to do is be more prepared in your business. Show people that you're serious. Show you some people say that, well, my spouse doesn't support me. Well, are you showing him that you're serious about it? Are you showing your kids you're serious about it? See, what is it? Matter of fact, I end off with this for sure. Some of us show our kids, our grandkids, our nieces and nephews that our jobs are important, but we won't even show them that our businesses are important. See, your kids won't come and jump in that work meeting. They won't come and disrupt you if they know you're working. But when you're doing this business, you didn't show them that you were serious about it. Like, hey, mama's working right now. This is our future. This is, hey, daddy's working right now. Uncle Aunt's working right now. See, you gotta tell people that you serious. Show people that you serious about this, and watch how people take you more serious now when you're doing this. So, hey, everybody, I hope y'all got some value from this. We love y'all, and I'm gonna unmute the lines and stop the